Do 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 do.
And we're back with the DawnCast episode 15. Welcome everybody. Today we are covering Fortnite Fever. I'm playing as Vegeta, so his intro was definitely fitting more than normal.
What? You didn't tell me we were playing as Vegeta. I would have changed it up.
Oh yeah, sorry. Playing as Vegeta. But
You scum.
yeah, we're covering Fortnite today. Obviously, so you can see us playing that or me. Just want to talk about the game, kind of just its overall impact, things like that. It's a game me and Simple and AKA Cast both always not always, but we both have played. It's one of the games we actually first played together when he started playing in our group. Yeah, so I mean,
Absolutely.
it's and honestly, in all honesty, like I can say with that aspect, that is one great thing about that game is because it is free and it's on like everybody. Hey, what's up, Diego? Welcome. Since like anyone can get on Fortnite, basically it's a great game because you can just get on there with your friends, like, and they could be on almost any platform. Even I think they brought the mobile one back, if I saw recently, like correctly. So like
for iPhones or for everyone.
I don't know. There was a thing last time.
I know it was well, because I don't think it was ever taken from. Like,
Okay, it might have been for iPhone because when I was on there, it was something like, "Oh, Fortnite Mobile returns," but I didn't really click on it because I don't really play these kind of games mobile. But I just thought that was like interesting.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well, Diego. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. And if you are new to the stream, remember to leave a follow, whether you're watching it live or in the replay. And if you're joining us on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe for more DawnCast action. I know what the action part is. Simple, you can figure that out.
DawnCast action is the fact that they get to hear me conversate with you while having death.
While having death, illness. Amazing.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. So yeah, like, I think probably the best, not the best, or the first thing to talk about is like the cultural impact Fortnite kind of had. And when I say that, I mean like after probably a year, it was like the biggest thing in the world, not just game. Like it was just Fortnite was everywhere. You know what I mean? Like Epic was building like replicas of stuff from the game in random locations, and you could stumble across them. Like it was that big of a thing. You would see people doing emotes randomly. People will have, like, you still see them wearing the shirts now, but the shirts were literally everywhere. There were toys, like, I mean, all that stuff still exists, but like at that point, it was a lot of it. It was a crazy amount.
It was hard to find a kid who wasn't running around with a pickaxe.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, there were kids everywhere just doing emotes, just, playing the game. And then you had celebrities getting into it. That's kind of how people like, Ninja and them got bigger, was playing with celebrities. It was just literally everywhere. I think, wasn't it even in like a Marvel movie or something?
Korg, I think, plays Fortnite while living with Thor in in-game.
Yeah, so see, I mean, like, Fortnite really, it's had a huge cultural impact in the short time it's been around. And I say short time, like, realistically, it's been out since, like, 2017, 2018. But, like, comparatively to something like Super Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, even Call of Duty, like, it's not even close to the time frame those games have been around.
And even Minecraft.
Yeah, even Minecraft's been around, like significantly longer. I mean...
It's about 7 years on.
Yeah, and Fortnite's, I would say, caught up to all those properties. I'm not going to say surpassed, but it definitely is caught up. Like,
no, I mean, I don't think we can say anything surpassed Minecraft. It's the most downloaded.
No, exactly. Like, I don't think it would ever surpass Minecraft, but it definitely is caught up to the level of, like, notoriety and, like, it has a huge following, like, just like Minecraft.
Yeah, it's hard to, like, find someone who doesn't know what Fortnite is, at least. Like, they're at least semi-aware of, like, what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's people who knew what Fortnite was who didn't play because, like, either their kid, their grandkid, something like that. It's just got a huge cultural impact and like world impact
Absolutely.
overall. And
Great, great. And it brought in your favorite system for games, Dawn. It brought in the Battle Pass system.
yeah, and that was the next thing I was going to talk about, the negative impact, and I think it's the Battle Pass system. It was good and bad. Like, there are things about it I do like. I like, but I think
Out
it's,
first, it was phenomenal.
and I would say they still probably handle it the best because, like, you never really feel obligated to buy the pass.
I mean, it's a little
like,
boring now. That's about where it is. It's just
I agree
boring.
that part I definitely agree. It is boring, but I mean in the sense of like you don't like ever feel obligated to buy their pass. Where in a lot of other games, if you don't buy the pass, you kind of are like, it feels like you almost can't play. You know what I mean? Where like Fortnite, if you don't buy the pass, it like you could still play with your friends and not really care because there's people who don't care about the pass and they find one skin they love and that's all they play with. Like with me and Ariana Grande.
Default skins. Don't lie to them. You love Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande is the best thing to happen to Fortnite. Hey, buddy.
And that'll only be stopped if they add Shanky to the game.
Yeah, if they add Shanky, why didn't that work? What kind of garbage was that? They should add Shanky and his dance community. Is this that same guy that was running from me? Really, bro? Stop leaving. How'd that work for you?
You would love Shanky in the game.
Dude, that guy just tried to slam me and he got cracked. What a nerd.
Boop, boop. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it definitely, I do think the Battle Pass is actually kind of it's mostly a negative. Because it's like...
Fortnite's Battle Pass is okay. But its impact on the general world of gaming with Battle Passes is bad. Not every game needs a Battle Pass. Call of Duty.
Yeah, I don't need a Battle Pass on stuff like COD or... I think even like... I don't know.
And don't put your new guns in the Battle Pass, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll give Fortnite credit is nothing like that is ever locked behind the Battle Pass. It's only cosmetics. It's never anything that's like game-oriented. Like, why you would put a...
COD's gone full pay-to-win again with some things, especially for DMZ players. That's a whole other topic.
I should use roaming rate to play. I'm stupid. I don't care about that turret anymore. No, yeah, and like, but like, you're right though. Like when it comes to the Battle Pass, that's probably the one negative like cultural impact it had. I would say the others are generally okay, like positive for the most part. I'm gonna get cracked. Yep, I knew it. Wait, am I still playing ranked?
You are ranked.
Oh, I am playing ranked. Wow.
You should just continue playing it.
I am. Yeah, but that's at the end of the day, I think like overall the game has had a mostly positive like impact.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the game. Yeah, there was some weird stuff when it came out with like kids like peeing their pants in favor of getting off the game, but like I think that's,
but to be fair, as a kid, I did
other
that.
Problems, not the game.
As a kid, I 100% did that for other games. Like I did that for Minecraft. When I was,
and
little.
I'm just saying like that speaks to other things, and I'm not even saying the kids. Yeah, I'm saying that's more the parents' fault. It's like, bro, just pull the damn plug on the machine if they're being that like. Like, don't let them play the game then, like stop just letting them do whatever.
That young to where they like will consciously be like, I could just pee my pants.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Otherwise, like again, I think it had a mostly positive, and I like the fact that it gave a lot of creators a chance, to grow or get their themselves in as a skin. Like, granted, a lot of them are huge creators now, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, yeah.
I mean, like, even, he's kind of divisive for some people, but even like Ninja, I think it's like in that aspect of how we got big from the game, that's really cool. I don't watch his content. I have nothing against the guy personally. Like, I don't care either way.
Yeah, and that time that he was at,
I mean, the times
ball dropping.
Yeah, that was. Times, I don't see enough movement.
Everyone do the dance.
But I'm just saying, like, overall, in the case of just how he used the game, or how the game helped him get up there, like, I think it's cool. It's done things like that for people. It's
Yeah.
Next, I think kind of we can move on or move into like gameplay and the mechanics. And I mean, overall, I think it has probably one of the easiest and smoothest like gameplay.
Point and shoot. Point and
Yeah,
shoot.
it's just point and shoot. And if you're playing build, there's a little more to it. But even the building, like they've simplified it from when it first came out to where almost anyone can do it.
I will argue against that. Building has gotten faster and more competitive, and you see people like learning how to edit hard. From when it first came out, that just wasn't there.
No. Yeah, the skill gap is there. I'm not talking about skill gap. I'm talking about if you remember when it first was a thing and they only had the one way of doing building where it was like, oh, I have to push like a different button for every piece where now you can change it where you just like pick a piece and then spam R2 and like it puts it down. I'm saying in the way it works now, no, the like actual mechanics of it, not the you're right. Like there's a huge skill gap when it comes to the actual building. That's completely fair. Like I'm not going to argue with you on that. But I'm just saying like being like
also,
able to put pieces down is a lot smoother than it was in the beginning where it was like clunky and you had to sit there and think like you'd be like, "Oh, which one is it again for like roof?"
Even though I still use that system
I just use
when
Rams.
I do play build. But really, yeah, I know you do. I very famously know you do.
Ramps are life.
But, I mean, I think the real issue in that statement is if you're playing build, why?
Yeah, why are you being a little sweat? Stop playing build. Build is for sweat.
Not even about sweating. Not even for sweating, it's just like...
It's not even fun either.
No one enjoys that.
Build's not fun. I don't care what anyone... Like, what's so fun about building a castle around somebody and letting them die to the storm? Like, cool, that's so skillful. You really
go play
me.
Minecraft.
Yeah, let's play Minecraft Battle Royale at that point.
I'm kidding.
Like, I'd actually rather...
Ooh, now you make me want to go play Hunger Games. But that also doesn't have building in it.
Yeah, because somebody that made that game understands why that's stupid. Like,
Sorry,
it's sad that the
Minecraft
thing that people said, the
games,
building, which is what makes the game, that was actually hindering it, and the game started doing better when they added a no build. When it comes to the actual, like, other mechanics, like running, shooting, like, vaulting, any of that, the game is, like, smooth. There's no issues with the, like, the base gameplay of this game. It's, you can tell it's kind of like the groundwork for other games.
Well, also just the fact that a lot of games now use Unreal.
No, that's what I mean. So it's kind of nice because you kind of get an idea of like, hey, if they can do this on here, we're probably going to see it on other games too, which is nice, you know, because like even the graphics for the game now compared to like season 1, which no disrespect to season 1 will always be the GOAT, but
go
on. Like the graphics now are pretty astounding when you really look at them. Like even the character movement, it's like really fluid, and you know what I mean. Like the game is really pretty looking.
To Unreal 5. I remember when they upgraded to Unreal 5, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's beautiful."
Yeah, the game is really nice looking now.
Oh,
go ahead.
Said at the same time. I don't know what to do.
You can go first.
Okay. I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, that's not helpful.
It's your fault. You said at the same time.
I've done nothing wrong. I'm wonderful.
You're the bestest. Better than asbestos.
I mean, did you have something else to elaborate on with the gameplay, or?
No.
Who shot at me?
No,
That's
I think
rude.
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, gameplay, I don't really have a ton to talk about when it comes to gameplay. Like, it's good gameplay. That's all I could really say. I can't really say much else about it. Like, okay, I'm just not going to deal with whatever these two guys are doing. I'm just going to leave. Bye, guys.
Can we do an episode about the history of Minecraft minigames? Like,
Can we do an episode about that? Yeah, we'll do an episode about that. I have nothing wrong with that.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, Glaz said he's going to be a future guest too. He said probably next Saturday.
Oh, that's sick.
Not this coming Saturday.
Y'all will love Glaz.
Let me know what your schedule looks like next Saturday so we can like figure it out.
Hopefully I'm not playing D&D, but that's usually our D&D day. I'll try to schedule around it though. Because I still have to go to bed at 11.
No, yeah, I get you.
Work on Sundays.
But yeah, no, that's all I have for gameplay. Now we can kind of, I guess, from that aspect, move on to like evolution of the game, which like talking about going from Save the World to what we have now. Because when it came out, it was just Save the World. I remember getting Save the World, and I didn't hate it. But sorry, I have like a tickle in my throat. It like I could not get into it because it felt like a not great COD zombies. That's the best way I could put it, I guess. Like I was just like I'd rather just play COD zombies if I'm going to do this. And
although
also,
I will give it one thing. Go on.
I was just going to say, when I played it, I did notice it's a game where you got to play it with friends, and like none of my friends played it.
Absolutely. Maybe we should do a stream one day where me and you play it together and try to
actually get somewhere. Yeah, see where we get. That would actually be kind of fun.
Because I know both me and you own it.
Yeah.
Because back in the day when they had the like daily bonus rewards, and it was worth it because every time you would log on, every like week you get V-Bucks, and then you didn't have to buy shit.
You didn't have to pay for V-Bucks. But they just kind of abandoned Save the World for the most part.
Yeah. It's sad. Save the World definitely had potential.
It had potential.
And it's funny because also COD almost made like a Save the World mode almost, where instead of it being like a base protection thing, it was more of an open world zombies, where you would travel between different maps and stuff.
I was kind of
cool.
That's kind of what I think Save the World should have been, where you got the whole just map and you had to travel from like location to location, and you had like your base somewhere, but like the base wasn't really about like, I don't know, you get it, like not so much base protection. That's not what I think the game should have.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
It really is kind of just an overdone tower defense game, kind of. Which is something to think about, but that's kind of the vibe it gives us, tower defense.
No, it is. It's just basically like a glorified tower defense. That's why I couldn't really get into it. It was just not my thing. But then Battle Royale came out, and at that point, I had already been playing PUBG on Xbox because, like, you know, I have a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox at the time, a PS4, and so I was like on my Xbox playing PUBG because I had been wanting to try it, and I was like, man, I really like this. I was like, too bad it's not on PlayStation. This was like a little before like it wasn't even going to be coming. I don't think it was, or it probably was, but there was no mention of it yet for PlayStation. So I just assumed like, oh, it might not be coming out.
Oh yeah.
And then I remember seeing some stuff about Fortnite releasing a battle royale mode. So I remember telling like the group of friends I was playing with at the time, like Glaz and them about it, and I was like, hey, there's a game like PUBG coming out on PlayStation, like we could play it together. And at first, like most of the people I told didn't seem that like interested, but then like once the game kind of got going, I remember just getting on it with people, and like, because I remember the first day it was out, I think I got a win, the Battle Royale.
See, I started playing the second day it was out, because the first day it was out, for some reason, like, it glitched out on me and my friend's systems, and it was like, you want to buy Save the World still? And I was like, guys, this sucks, because this is supposed to be cartoon PUBG. That was literally what people were calling it. People were like, yeah, it's like a cartoonish version of PUBG. And I was excited because it was like, it's free to play, it's PUBG, which I've wanted to play, and it's going to be on PlayStation, which is what I had at the time. And my friends, they couldn't get on, and I couldn't get on the first day. And then later that night, I tried it again for some weird reason. I was just like, I'm going to try it again, see if it works. And it got downloaded, and I told my friends, I was like, yo, it works, go get this stuff. And then we played, like, in that second day-ish, one of my friends ended up getting us a win.
Yeah, that I remember the first day or two I didn't have anyone to play it with, and then like I said, after that, like I didn't drive a vehicle, whatever game. I like, that's when everyone started getting on, when they saw how popular it was getting, and then from there on, I remember just that whole like because that's a little bit after that you had like started playing with us, and that was like that summer where we were just getting on and like playing with like John and them and just getting win after win after win after win.
Oh yeah, it was like season 6 and onward was when I started playing with you all, I think.
Yeah.
And I remember I hadn't had a solo win like I hadn't had a solo win ever, because I was just like super unlucky, and where I like have my twitches and stuff. Every time I would get to like the final 2, I would start violently like shaking, and it made it almost impossible for me to get a solo win. I remember it was like chapter 2, season like 8, 9.
You finally got
that
one.
solo win.
Yeah, I think it was day 1 I actually got my solo when it was the other modes I didn't get. I remember the first trios when I think you got was with, it was me, you, and Vengeance, and I carried you guys to like a trios win. Because they had just added trios.
I think that was all our first trios win, actually.
No, I had some because I had played with John and Glaz, so I already had some.
Did you?
Yeah. Because that was when I would get on in the morning with them.
I remembered us like...
No, that was his like first
hey, trios came out, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was his first. No, we did have that conversation, but I just remember it because it was your first trios win, and it was like I think his first just win, like literal win. Yeah. So it was just kind of crazy that I had like helped you, carried you both to like kind of a first thing.
Yeah, because you did. You got like you managed to kill like a full squad of 3. And this was back when you had to have building and stuff because no build wasn't a thing yet.
It's crazy that I used to play build all the time, and like I played it recently with someone, and like they pretty much had to do all the building because all I knew how to do was my ram thing, because like, bro, I haven't played build in so long, and even when I did play build,
yeah, but you destroy with those ramps.
Yeah, the ramps are it just confuses people. It's the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then now the game, I mean, like it went from, you know, I think. Like, it went from being huge, then it kind of hit this, like, middle point where everybody, like, that mainly played kind of fell off, and it just had its player base. And then I think with, like, the more recent updates in the last few years, they were able to draw a lot of their players back, but now it's kind of slowly hitting another decline, I think.
Well, when we looked at its numbers, it's been a steady decline for the past year and a half.
Yeah, it was like right after the Unreal 5 update, it's kind of just like gone down. And I don't know if that's just because they like haven't really done much.
There was a spike during when they added like no build, and then after that it was back to down.
And I think sometimes too what the problem is just the maps, like they don't update them enough, or when they do it's nothing really like, because all it ever is like, other than like say even this map, other than the jungle, all the rest of it just looks like pieces of maps we've had before, so it doesn't really feel like anything different. And that's why I kind of think instead of...
they should revert back to...
Either revert back or just take all the maps you've had, like the main versions of them, like not every like minor change that some of them had throughout a season, but like the main version of it that you used for the majority of that season, and just have them all available, and then kind of do what PUBG does, where like I can either like match make it to where I only play like the map I like, or I can set it to random and it just kind of throws me on whatever map like that has an available game. Because that's what PUBG does, and so you're able to just play in the map. Like it makes it feel more varied when you're playing on random, because you don't actually know where you're what map you're going to be on until you go to it. And so like you can't really like pre-strategize, which does sound like it can be annoying, but it's actually a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Because it makes every game kind of feel fresh. But yeah, no, but yeah, it's definitely hitting a decline now. Like the evolution of it was steady. Like it was definitely a steady trajectory, and graphically, it's definitely like evolved, like we said. But I mean, the overall game itself, other than adding no build, hasn't really ever like evolved. It's still just been battle royale. And I think a way they could have fixed it was if they would have doubled down and stuck to more like varied game modes. Because if you remember like the Thanos mode, like yeah, it wasn't that different, but it was still like a different game mode. So it was like it just felt like something different. Where like they don't do stuff like that so much anymore. So like you don't really, you know what I mean? Like it never feels like there's anything really new to do.
Or it's not as advertised, because they definitely still throw in a new mode every now and then. It just gets covered up by creative. nowadays because it's hard to like sort through. While back then, when they'd add a new mode, you would see it. It would be like when you log in, it would be what it put you in like the Thanos mode. There was no choice to back out of it. You were just playing the Thanos mode when it first happened.
That is true. Like they kind of made everyone play, and then it would become optional. And that's kind of how I feel like it should be. Like, or like do something like that because it would be a lot better that way.
Yeah. Well, in the Thanos mode, I don't think they'll ever be hype above that because that was really their first big like crossovers. It was like, oh my god, Thanos is in the game. This is big enough to be like associated with Marvel.
Yeah, no, the Thanos, like, and it actually, even, like, people who didn't really, like me, who didn't, I'm not going to say I'm not into Marvel, but, like, didn't really watch that kind of stuff over the years. Like, even I was, like, into the mode, and, like, I don't really watch Marvel movies or anything, and, like, even I was just like, this is cool, like, they got a Thanos mode, and...
Yeah, because how could it not be cool? There was a chance you ended up grabbing a gauntlet that turned you into Thanos.
They should have added, like, they should add more modes like that back into the game.
Well, and that was, like, their big thing, is they would add a weapon that was, like, super overpowered, and everyone would, like, congregate and try to fight the person with that weapon.
Yeah, no, and I'm still mad because the one time I almost won a Thanos mode, I remember it was me and the last guy, and I went for the punch thing that you could do, and I overshot it and fell out into the storm and died, and I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Never got that close to winning that mode again. It was sad. I was sad. I was like,
oh, and then there was the sword.
The sword?
Yeah, remember when the frost part of the map first came in?
Oh, that's right, that's right.
The Ice King sword.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened with the Thanos like gauntlet. Everyone would swing the sword, and then Ninja complained about planes, so we lost our favorite item.
Airplanes, and then they had UFOs. Those broken UFOs. Remember, like that first when they didn't fix the like tractor beam thing? We were just playing Wrecking Ball and winning matches, and I was like, "This is so garbage."
Oh yeah, because we won like 3 or 4 matches like that, just messing around.
No, yeah, and going off of that, I think that would be a good spot talking about like little garbage things like that, like current strategies you could kind of do in the game, like going off of that from like past strategies. And I know like this isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I think to this day the best strategy is and always will be bush camping. Bush camping, and I mean it works because for some reason, even though it's the most obvious thing, no one ever checks bushes still.
Yeah.
There's like a handful of people that know to look in the bush, and everyone else just runs past like there's like no one would ever hide there.
And then a full group of 4 people jump out and beat them to death.
And clap you, yeah. So, no, that's a strategy. I mean, I know there's another one that like a lot of people kind of frown upon, but it is probably the most obvious strategy in Battle Royale. Just third-party people, like, it works.
Yeah, by a lot of people, you mean Derpal, by the way. Let's be clear here.
Yeah,
Derpal frowns upon it because Derpal doesn't understand how Battle Royale mode works. They're teaming. No, they're just killing you first.
No, they teamed. No, they definitely just killed you first. Shout out to Derpal. Great guy. #1.
We love Derpal. He's
we always shout Derpal out. I'm going to message him like, bro, you need to watch more podcasts. We shout you out all the time.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no.
Is, I'm 90% sure that's
I
not
can't,
even a handle he
building,
uses on social
like,
medias.
Oh yeah, no, Derpal's a hero, but I can't give much on the way of like build mode strategies, because like other than what I already said with bush camping and like third party, I'm not the best builder. When it comes to no build, a lot of it's just like I mean, yeah, bush camping is really an option, but like to be honest, my main strategy in no build is I just kind of stick and move. Like I try to take people out and just keep moving, because I feel like with that, if you're just chilling too long, like what happens is you attract you hold on, sorry.
good. So I
You
think what he's
attract the
trying to get
other.
across is he attracts an audience
No, you
of
you
people
attract
trying
the
to
other.
chase them.
Yeah, like you attract the other group of people trying to third party in the match and stuff, and
Yeah,
it's better to like
that was
sometimes.
a great snipe. It went
Yeah, it
right
was
between her
terrible.
arm.
I missed. I'm rusty. I haven't
I
played in a
mean, it
while.
takes more precision to do what you just did than it does to actually hit them. Like the in between of their arm and their body is a lot smaller than their
But
actual
yeah, no,
body.
you are right. That was a trick shot technically.
He threaded the
Just
needle
put it
there.
there. I'll get it.
No, you do have the best strategy for building, so don't put yourself down.
And then yeah, no, like that's probably my main strategies for no build is just don't push constantly because there's those people that do that and especially if you're playing ranked, that's not gonna work. It never works.
I don't play ranked because I haven't played really since ranked's been added, other than like 2 games. Um, but I do know for a fact that you should 100% push all the time.
Oh, you died. What happened?
But yeah, the best strategy for Fortnite is to get good and don't lose. It'll get you through um, all of Fortnite. You'll win every time.
Man, sorry. Um,
You're
got
good.
I got called from the side, so I had to deal with that.
Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, no, like, yeah, I would say, I mean, they're dirty, but third party is probably the main one. I don't know, stick and move's a good one. Only time I recommend pushing hard is if you know you got like the right kind of team set up where like the other people are gonna kind of help you
And
out.
wear a Dragon Ball skin so you're the strongest
Yeah, that
warrior.
too. That is true. He is right about that.
Too bad Raditz isn't in the game.
He will be. He's canonically the strongest. He has to be.
Don's favorite Dragon Ball character is Raditz, and then Shanky.
My favorite Dragon Ball character is Chaozu. I'm just kidding.
Chaozu!
Yeah, I mean, I can't give like too much on the way of strategy other than that because I mainly play like a sniper stick and move strategy, but like it's all about what works for you because some people are better with shotties, some are better with AR. And then I think one thing I'd like to move into, and I don't play it too much, but from what I have played and seen, I have seen some really cool stuff. Creative mode has some really cool stuff if you've never checked it out there, and like if battle royale is maybe not your thing, they do have a really cool creative mode where you can build like other games. Like I've seen people build like the RPD from like Resident Evil 2. Obviously they build like the old maps. Like there's so many things I've seen people build. My co-host just had a mic error. He dropped out. I'm not sure what's going on there, so I'm gonna just go from there. But yeah, no, like the creative mode has a lot going on. If you've never played the creative mode, you just I think it kind of caters to everybody. I remember it used to be a lot of like parkour maps, little like trap obbies, things like that. But people have really expanded what they can and will make. I've seen zombie modes. I'm sure somebody's made some kind of survival mode. I've seen people make attempts at like fantasy style, like MMO type things. Not a full MMO, but you know what I mean. There's all kinds of stuff on there. Actually makes me wish they would bring back the block, which was like a part of the map where it would feature like a map from a creative mode. Like that would be a cool thing for them to bring back, especially with like why is my never mind. But yeah, no, that like with that with that being said, like if you're not a battle royale player, you don't have Save the World, but you kind of maybe want to see how Fortnite plays or the mechanics work. Like the creative mode is really cool, and if you can make, figure out something you can make, there's a lot of options there. You don't necessarily have to make game modes. You can just make your own little maps and cool things. I mean, people use it for content, all kinds of stuff. It's
sorry.
It's good.
I said I wasn't allowed to talk to you.
I handled. It's fine. But yeah, no, and that's kind of like my perspective on creative mode is just like it's a cool mode to check out, especially if maybe you're not into battle royale. There's a lot of cool stuff in the creative mode. Like again, you can see like maps from other games, old maps.
It's no longer just death runs 24/7.
No, yeah, it's again not just death runs. That's what I was saying. It used to just be a lot of obbies and death runs and like.
Yeah, you gotta love Creative 2.0.
Damn,
baby.
I got cracked. I should not have dropped there.
Wow, why'd you drop there?
All that rank I just got last game is gonna go away, watch.
She goes up 30% rank.
No, I didn't lose that much. I went up about 30% rank. But no, yeah, I mean, do you have any perspective or anything you've seen on creative? Because I was just talking about how, like, the Resident Evil 2 RPDs there, like, I've seen, like, like survival maps or, like, zombie maps. I've seen, like, somebody try to do, like, a fantasy type thing.
Yeah, I mean, I know that creative is very popular amongst people, and a lot of people love it. And I think it's a very cool outlet for creativity there. But at the same time, I do think it overshadows some of Fortnite's like own modes that are once again pretty good, like we talked about earlier. Like I do think it sometimes causes that to get overshadowed.
That is true. Yeah, it can. It like creative isn't like perfect. I just think it is cool, like in an expressive way, especially for people who want to make their own stuff, because it
and XP glitches.
And XP glitches. I forgot about that. You did remind me. That is true. There are some cool XP maps if you're trying to like,
change your level because no one wants to play this game.
No, exactly.
By the way, for all intents and purposes, that's a joke.
It is a joke. He's a funny guy. He's a comedian, actually.
Actually not a comedian. I'm allergic to comedy. It makes me sneeze. Just like you make me sneeze.
Oh yeah, sneezing time.
Oof.
Yeah, that's basically my take on the creative. Like, there's again some cool modes. I mean, it does kind of hinder. You're right. It does hinder some of their like own modes. But I do like when they showcase some of the creations. And I was saying while you had dropped out that I think the block would be a cool thing to bring back. That thing where they would showcase people's like custom maps on the map. Like,
yeah, that was cool. But oh, give me a second.
That
was cool, but at the same time, I think that it was kind of used so they wouldn't have to create as much content. They could just use the other, like other people's creativity for their own content.
No, yeah, it does. But I think in a good that's like in one way that's good, because you are giving yourself the ability to keep the game going. It's almost in the same sense of like Bethesda games with mods, or PC games with mods where it can keep them going, but then like at the same time, you're right, it does lead to some developer laziness to an extent, because they're like, well, we don't have to push as many updates and stuff because like the community will just take care of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I think creative is mostly a positive, like,
yeah, it's pretty good.
Especially, like I said, if you're getting burnt out on Battle Royale and that, but you still kind of want to play the game or you enjoy the mechanics. God, why is there always someone right there when I land?
Stop landing there.
I probably should.
Literally complained about landing there last game.
Nobody used to ever freaking come here.
People used to always go there. What the heck are you talking about?
No, not in comp. Comp, this place used to be a freaking ghost town. Nobody would drop here because everyone assumed it was going to be busy, so there would never be people here.
I mean, I'll take your word for it. I never played comp.
God, I got cloud. But yeah, no, and speaking of that, I think that would be a good one to kind of segue into like just talking about the community in general. Since we are talking about the community, keeping it going, keeping it like basically the community is what keeps Fortnite kind of alive. Yeah. I think overall the community's I would say it's pretty mixed. Because you get a lot of different people on Fortnite, so it's a lot of like you get everything from like just genuinely nice people who are just trying to play the game to those horrible people I deal with on TikTok. Shout out to my TikTok, Age of the Fall 88, if you're just joining us.
The TikTok Fortnite community hates you.
Yeah, they hate me. I don't even do anything to them, and they're just like, oh, so.
You post content, they hate it.
It's funny because I mean, I don't get a ton of like comments on YouTube, but like so far the main comment I've gotten on like one of my Fortnite shorts, it was just somebody being nice, and I was like, why can't this happen on TikTok? Everyone on TikTok's just like,
see, on my main videos, it's always people being like super nice. But then on my shorts, people like to be interesting for COD.
No, yeah. I don't know.
They say things that don't make sense.
I feel like there's probably a good crossover between the two communities. Like,
I don't know if there is or not, to be honest.
Because I feel like a lot of people who enjoy COD probably either used to or still somewhat play like Fortnite casually, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it goes vice versa, because there's like people who probably started with Fortnite and then they're like, I want to play COD now. And because I know they're not the same style of game, but I think that's why there's kind of a crossover opposed to like Battlefield and COD, where like it's like, well, Battlefield tries to do everything, it tries to be sort of an anti-COD in the sense of it's like big maps, slower gameplay.
The COD community loves trash talking Fortnite, and their favorite insult is go back to Fortnite.
Well, yeah, but that's the same thing as when Fortnite players tell bad players to go back to COD or Minecraft. Like, every community does that. I'm just saying, you know. It's like when you were really trash at WWE 2K and that one kid told you to go back to TNA Impact on Xbox 360, you remember?
That didn't happen, but sure.
But that would be amazing if it did.
That would be amazing if it did. I would friend
that
go
kid.
Play TNA.
I would friend him, and I'd be like, hey man, thank you for the solid advice.
Yeah, let me go do that.
That game's actually pretty amazing if you have people to play it with.
Oh, absolutely. And its story was kind of fun.
Yeah, it had a good story. It's just exhibition was kind of lame. But no, I would say the Fortnite community as a whole is pretty mixed. I'm not going to throw shade at it because I don't think the entire community sucks. But I think like it does have a fairly big portion that is just a bunch of toxic like trolls, and then I think a lot of the creators from it, like not a lot, but I would say a fair amount of the big creators tend to be kind of not so great either, like in the way they end up acting towards people. And I'm gonna be very vague about it because I think if you kind of get what
like Minecraft YouTubers.
Yeah, they kind of feel like Minecraft YouTubers sometimes. And but that's not all of them, because there are some Fortnite creators that are like straight, you know. It's like with anything, it's just, I think for a game that has an audience that's mainly children, there's a lot of just like jerks in their creator community, like more than they should be. And it's like, you don't really need to be a jerk if you're making like content that's mainly gonna have like younger people watching it.
Yeah, like Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. Why is it better to land here than it is at the other place? I don't know.
Because Mega City B.
Mega City B, Mega City B, Mega City B, Mega City. You suck, bro.
It's weird that we censored ourselves. What the heck? How the hell did you just summon ice?
It's Todoroki's ice wall or whatever.
Oh my god, are you a My Hero? Are you in academia?
This guy's trash, dude.
Is your name...
I'm just running circles around him and he doesn't know what to do.
I bet you have green hair and aren't Broly.
I don't watch My Hero Academia. That's your favorite show,
yeah,
remember?
Neither do I. No, it's not. And you're the one who knows the characters' names, so obviously one person knows it better than the other.
Yep, I'm just gonna stand there and let you shoot me, you're right. Okay, that guy died somehow. I don't even know how I killed him.
He missed the jump. He missed the jump.
What an idiot. Okay, you come in here looking for me.
Yeah, while you eat your hot SD.
While there's NPCs just in here that shoot you if you come in, but yeah, come on in here. That must have been that guy that I EMP'd in that building. But no, yeah, that's my overall take on the like Fortnite communities. It's very mixed, and it could be better, it could be worse. I don't think it's like necessarily worse or better than any other community. I would say it's better than like Ark.
Yeah, but that's like saying it's better than literally hell.
But then again, like, I feel like getting your toe stapled is better than the art community, so, like, you know, whatever. And I think, like, just to kind of finalize it, like, you know, kind of head us out here, because we're getting close to that elusive hour mark.
We're nowhere near it.
Yes, we are. We're getting there. But no, we're not going to cap off yet. But, I mean, I think the last discussion should probably be what our, like, takes for the future of the game are, how we think, you know, it's going to go.
They should add in Raditz and Shanky and...
I mean, they are doing that. It's been confirmed. No, but... I don't know. The future, like, honestly, I think the only thing that the future, like, they could really do for the future... I gotta stop saying future. I've said it too many times now.
Future!
Is they really need to add more game modes.
Future!
Just add some more game modes. Like the Thanos thing. That would be a good start. Don't just rely on creative and the community. I think those things would be a really good start.
And future.
And future, like really though, what do you think like they could do for like the future to maybe help the game out a bit? Because I don't think the game is dead or dying necessarily, but it definitely does need another injection. Like no build gave it.
It's definitely dying. Like it's definitely losing people fairly quickly. That's what the word dying kind of implies.
Yeah, but it always kind of
dead.
It always gets people kind of back every season, and then they drop back off. I'm just saying, like, I don't think the
season, though.
No, but this season was terrible.
Look at the numbers this
Everyone
season,
knows this season was terrible.
Yeah, but once again, no one came back, so there's a chance that those people who didn't come back this season are just like, oh.
No, and I get that, but that's why, like, what could they do for the future? Because I do think maybe adding in other modes that aren't Battle Royale would be a good start, like...
Yeah, well, they kind of already have that, though. Like, that's kind of what creative does.
I mean, something that's actually, like, focused. Like, some people were suggesting, and I know it sounds silly, but, like, since they added in the vehicles, like, remember when they had those time trials for the Battle Pass? People were saying, like, why not do, like, a vehicle Battle Pass thing, where, like, and it might have its own mode, because we were saying, like, you could add a racing mode to this, and it would work. And I'm not necessarily the biggest racing...
That's called Rocket League. You could
Rocket
do
League
that
is...
for Rocket League. You could do that for Rocket League. This game, it would not make sense when you already have Rocket League. And they own Rocket League.
Why would you make a racing game with Rocket League, though? Rocket League's car soccer.
Because Rocket League is all about cars.
Yeah, but you're trying to fix Fortnite. Rocket League doesn't need a new game mode because whoever
goes
on there knows.
Why would you do Fortnite over Rocket League for a racing mode when Rocket League's all about cars? That seems that doesn't make sense.
Rocket League doesn't need it.
But who's like, man, you know what I want? I want fucking Fortnite racing.
A lot of people, go look it up. A lot of people are asking them for that. It's like a commonly asked thing in the community.
That's fucking counterproductive. They own a fucking car game
that not everyone plays. It's like,
well,
it'd be like,
want to fucking play it then. That's the solution there.
It's not really the solution.
But you're trying to fix Fortnite with something they already have in a different
They don't
thing.
already have a racing mode in that game.
They have a fucking... Rocket League's all about cars, though. It's a car game. If you're going to put a racing mode in... Race llamas, then, not cars. That's more fucking
That's
Fortnite.
fair. I'm just saying, like, I get where people are coming from, though, like, because, like...
I don't, because they own Rocket League.
I mean... I do, because not everyone plays Rocket League, just like not everyone plays
Not
Fortnite.
everyone plays Fortnite. But my point is they own it, so why wouldn't they use their car?
Because they're trying to fix this game,
IP.
not that game. Like, I think
Rocket League... But it makes no sense to
have
have two fucking...
because they're not adding Rocket League to this, though. Which they have already. People do
already have AIP all about cars.
Because that's not the same thing. It's like asking why Rockstar made Midnight Club when they have Grand Theft Auto and that has racing in it already, because it was a racing game for racing fans.
But that's my thing, Don. Fortnite started without cars. It has nothing really to do with cars other than the fact that they now exist in the game. It makes no sense to use the IP that wasn't based around cars. That just feels random. Just make a racing game at that point.
But by that logic...
No, that feels... because that's just completely past the point of Fortnite.
But then...
Update Save the World. Make Save the World fun. You already have a mode.
I was going to say, but then by your logic, shouldn't the game still just be Save the World? Because the game wasn't Battle Royale. They put that in after because Save the World was tanking. So they just ripped off PUBG.
My thing is imagine if they had Save the World, right? They had like a zombie-based mode, right? And then they had like a game that's already about Battle Royale, and they were like, what if we put Battle Royale in the zombie-based mode? See how that sounds? That doesn't make fucking sense.
That's not the same thing, because you're comparing...
How is that not the same thing? They already have
how is Rocket League a racing game? That's not a racing game.
But it's a car game IP. That's my point. It's a game about cars.
And Grand Theft Auto is about cars, and it has racing.
But that's my point. Just make your own game. Just make a different game. Like, at that point, just make a different game.
You're trying to fix the one you already have. Why would you, like, waste those resources?
Drastically, that makes no fucking sense.
It makes a lot of sense. Like,
no,
okay, so you have a car IP that doesn't use realistic car physics, so it would work terribly as a racing game. And then
that would make it work great as a racing game, because other racing games don't always have realistic... Like, you... Fucking, are you going to go play Mario Kart and be like, man, Mario Kart
I don't think you understand.
It's awful because it's not realistic.
Yeah, like, Mario Kart has fixed cars to the track. Go try that with Rocket League. Go try doing a race with some of your car.
They literally make parkour courses on Rocket League.
Yeah, but they
make it a parkour racing game. They do it all the time. People love using parkour maps on fucking do that. If you want to do a racing game, use Rocket League. The IP about cars.
Fortnite, I just don't understand that. So the Fortnite players should stop playing Fortnite and play a completely different game, and they should add the mode into that game.
If you want to make a completely different game, yeah.
When the Fortnite players are asking them for a racing mode.
But that's my thing, Don. It's two different fucking games. Why would they ask for a fucking racing game inside of Battle Royale? That makes no fucking sense.
People are asking for it.
Just go play creative. It's in creative. You want to play a racing game? Go.
But people want like a pass and stuff for these modes. They don't just want to play them in creative.
That is the Rocket Pass. No, you just described the Rocket Pass. That is the Rocket Pass.
Because it's not a racing pass. The thing I'm
it's a pass where you unlock parts for cars. That's the fucking Rocket Pass.
I'm probably more on the ball.
And the last thing I want, it's also Fortnite doesn't have realistic cars. What the fuck are you talking about? You can hop Fortnite cars constantly. So your realistic car.
That muscle car I was just driving could not be hopped. That thing was stuck to the ground like a muscle car.
Are you saying that if they did a racing mode in Fortnite, they wouldn't add the cars that can hop? You're going to pretend that they wouldn't add the boost cars and the hop cars.
I feel like they would have different like racing modes. I feel like to cater to different people. I don't think
if they were going to do that, just put it in a different game entirely. Like, that doesn't make sense. That's not how you fix Fortnite, because you're not fixing Fortnite. You're making a different IP inside of Fortnite.
Not really.
It's a little different. It's not called Save the World.
It's not called like, oh, this isn't just called Epic's Racing Adventure now. They're just taking what's already the resources they already have for Fortnite, just fixing them to a track and making a racing mode.
But why would you do that? And who is asking for this?
Go look. The large portion of their community has been asking for it. Because I've seen concepts for people that want, like, there was like a whole concept thing for people asking them for like a racing pass and stuff. Instructor sucks.
I'm not seeing people asking for it. I'm seeing people saying there's been a leak for it.
Well, that too, but that's where kind of the hype for it came, and then people were like, oh, there's now a leak, but I think the leak rumor came off people wanting. But even so, if there is a leak, that just, like, basically reinforces
everyone I'm seeing talk about this is calling it shit. Everyone in, like, the leaks and stuff is calling it shit, and people are comparing it to Rocket League. The fuck?
I don't know.
Don, everything I'm seeing, people are calling it shit. Like...
Where are you looking?
Where on the websites where it got leaked, and it was like different subreddits. There's so many different subreddits talking about it. Fucking Twitter's talking about it, or X. There we go. Where do you want me to get my media from, Don?
I'm just saying,
where do you want me to?
I'm just saying, Reddit's being like, the people on Reddit are complaining, people on 4chan are complaining.
That.
Okay.
I understand that, but it's not just Reddit. I named like multiple sites there. I named X, I named Reddit. Like, Jesus Christ, where do you want me to get it from?
I mean, X is, I don't know either.
The fuck do you want me to look it up on then? A website that doesn't let people comment on it? Because I can only look it up on websites that let people comment on it to get other people's takes on it, not just the people posting the leak.
I don't know, because like I'm not seeing positives when I'm not seeing anyone hating like.
And once again, Epic is literally comparing it to Rocket League themselves.
Still, that doesn't mean they have to go build it in Rocket League.
So why would they make it in Fortnite then? That's my entire point.
Because the Rocket League community doesn't want it. The Rocket League community doesn't want a racing mode.
But obviously the Fortnite community doesn't want it either. I just saw a bunch of things about it.
They'll more than likely play it.
Oh my god.
Because the Fortnite community complains about everything before it comes out.
That's literally COD mentality. You just
and that's why I just told you the community.
I don't think it's going to pull, but I don't think it's going to pull back at like you think it is. I really don't.
I'm not saying it's going to pull everyone back. I'm just saying those are the steps you need to take to fix the game. Those new modes,
I don't think that. No,
but you're not giving me. Also, you're not giving me any like example of another way they could go about fixing it. So like. What else could they do?
Add actually decent content to your game that isn't just new weapons every time. Change up the maps properly. Give a map voting system. For Christ's sakes. Like, it's not that hard.
Those are still temporary fixes, though. Like, it just straight up needs new modes.
Are you saying that wouldn't be a temporary fix?
It needs just new modes. I'm saying new modes in general. That was just an example. Do you have any other examples
of a new mode?
You could have a zombie survival mode. You could add in, like, what the hell? That. I'm talking about like a good one, not that shit save the world. That's not zombie survival.
That's COD zombies.
That's not zombie survival. That's another tower defense game.
How is that a tower defense game?
You stand out windows and put boards up and don't let the zombie in your house.
No, you walk in circles and shoot them in the face while they're in your house.
And yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, COD Zombies isn't really like to me. It's not bad. I'm just saying.
It is a zombies. It is the keyed example of a zombie survival game. That's what people like. Like, dude,
then those people are wrong because DayZ is a zombie survival game.
Yeah, H1Z1 is
then?
Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, give people like an open map with the zombies like that.
All these suggestions are just other games.
And all those other games usually build off Unreal, like, so I don't see the problem. Like, yes, there are other games, but every other game is copying almost every other game. Like, it's hard to innovate any new games. If I make a platformer, you're just going to compare it to Mario. Like, that's just how it is. They're called genres for a reason.
That's my thing. It's like Fortnite should try to fix the game they have, not just make a new game.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can do more with Battle Royale than they've already done. That's why it's like you just need to add more modes and give people more variety, because it's obvious like they're already trying to
add more Battle Royale modes.
Because I don't think I think there's like a fatigue on the overall mode. Does that make sense? I don't think people necessarily hate Fortnite.
As a whole is screwed.
I don't know about that.
Because it's always going to be it's always going to be compared to being just a battle royale game. That's what people think of when they think of Fortnite.
Yeah, and
they're never going to get out of that stigma, but they're never going to get out of that stigma because that's what people think of when they think of Fortnite.
I don't think that's fair because like I mean that's like saying Minecraft couldn't get out of the stigma it had where it was just like a little kid's block game, and like it definitely got out of that stigma. No.
But it's definitely a different situation. One's been a battle royale game for the past 7 years. The other one was never a little kid's game. It was constantly being played by older people. People just like to ignore that until older people were like, "Hey,
its main community was children, though. Like you can't say Minecraft's main community.
Because
originally it was kids.
But it was a lot of kids, but no, it wasn't, because it was people who were like, "This is a cute little game. This is a cute little indie game." That's how most adults got into Minecraft. They're like,
I know, but like, go look at the merchandise.
And then eventually it got updated and updated. Yeah, but that's like the majority of games. That's not like the worst thing, but that's my point. Is it's a different situation because that wasn't necessarily true. Like, it wasn't a kid's game. This is a battle royale game.
I'm just saying a game can't get away from its stigma.
I didn't say a game can't get away from a stigma. I said Fortnite can't get away from the stigma of being a battle royale, because that's what people are going to think of when they think of Fortnite, and that's what they're always going to think of. I didn't say other games couldn't get out of stigmas. I said Fortnite can't get out of that stigma.
I don't agree with that, because like they're already starting to lean into trying to be like Roblox too.
But does anyone go, man? When I think of Fortnite, the first thing I think of is not Battle Royale. The first thing I think of is creative. I love playing this specific
I don't know if you ever read my comments. All I see is 1v1 creative. 1v1 creative. I hardly ever see anyone say, hey...
those people are talking about sweating to try to fucking prove a point on you. They don't actually sit there and just play creative. They like to fucking actually play Battle Royale. And they 100% most definitely do think that Fortnite is a battle royale game. I promise you that.
I guarantee, go ask Circle, the people that sit there and just challenge you to 1v1, they think the game is creative 1v1s. That's what they think the game is.
So but where's your basis on it?
I mean, the community, so like, Derple's a good example. The kid plays all... Like, I'm just saying, so what's my basis? I mean, people challenging me constantly to 1v1s?
Okay,
an entire portion of the community that's
this game is only creative. But they never said that this game is only creative.
There's a lot of people who only play creative and they don't touch Battle Royale. It's not like that anymore. Like,
I don't think I've ever seen someone do that.
They're literal creative sweats. Go look it up on YouTube.
You can call them creative sweats, but they still will think. I almost guarantee if you ask anyone what Fortnite is, they'll call it a Battle Royale game. Okay, we're past our hour point. But that's what they'll call it, and that was my point, is it'll always be a Battle Royale game. So that was exactly my point. So if you're saying that doesn't matter, well then that...
Like, the whole thing is, you're saying... We're never going to agree on this. I'm just saying, like, you're saying that, like...
I have to go to work tomorrow,
I'm sick. Who don't play Battle Royale just don't have, like, a say, basically, is kind of how that's coming off.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said, though. When did I ever say that?
It's implied when you say that. When you implied it. Because you basically said they're all going to say it's a Battle Royale game, but like I literally get the comments of, I tell them like, I play Battle Royale, and they're like, oh, no one plays Battle Royale anymore, it's all about creative. So it's like, so what are those people? Are they just not there, or... Because they literally trash talk me.
Just ask them at a random point, not when they're trying to prove a point against you. Like, if you just randomly asked a person, hey, what's Fortnite? They're going to go, it's a Battle Royale game. Ask them. I swear to God. Like, if you find someone who's like that in person...
I feel like if I ask most people what Fortnite is, they're not going to say Battle Royale, they're just going to say it's a video game.
And then you ask them what type of video game.
And they might say Battle Royale, but it depends on what person I'm asking. They will most definitely
say Battle Royale.
If they're a gamer, they'll say Battle Royale. If they're just a random person, they're just going to say it's that game kids play.
If they know what Fortnite is, they'll call it a Battle Royale game. That's my point.
I'm just saying, like, if they know, yeah, but that's a specific group of people.
Cool. We're going to have to come to a stalemate here because I have to go to bed.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll be back in a few days. Simple, tell them to stay off drugs.
Yeah, don't do that. Mr. T would be disappointed.
Wish Simple a good healing process. He has the yellow fever, so...
Probably. Developed all the diseases.
He's dying.
I am dying.
Alright, man. I'll see you later.
Everyone, have a nice time. Don't do drugs. Play Pokemon Go. Follow Jonathan on all of his projects.
Follow us, and
don't try to make a llama. Like, don't try to ride a llama in real life without training. That'd be dangerous. Yeah, have a nice nap. I assume everyone after watching this will take a nap.
Alright, bye everybody. Oh man, I hit the wrong button. They're gonna be mad at us.